Hello, hope you're having a nice Monday. Nice Monday, beginning of the week. It just feels, oh my god, let me move this. Okay, it's fine. Just feels cool today. I feel cool. I feel quiet. I feel quiet today. I feel cool. Thank God for a new day. New week. We can only pray for the best. God help us. God bless us. Let your will be done in the name of Jesus. God, we thank you. Give you praise. We give you the adoration. Almighty God. I just feel cool today. Just cool, quiet. Just cool and quiet. Cool and quiet. Done the reconciliations. So I'm cool. So I'm cool and quiet. So I'm cool and quiet. Now I'm just going to talk about the power of choice and the freedom of choice. I'm going to highlight what they are. These sound similar, but they point to slightly different ideas. The power of choice, the freedom of choice. Power of choice, freedom of choice. Power talks about having authority, while freedom talks about being free. Okay, with that, yeah. Now let's check. So, freedom of choice is about having options available, like having alternatives. It means you are not being forced. There are multiple paths you're allowed to take. For example, choosing what subjects to study, what hobbies to pursue, or how to spend your time. You are having the freedom. You are allowed to choose. So now, power is about what you do with those options. What you do with those options. It's the ability to make decisions that actually shape your life and take responsibility for them. Two people can have the same freedom of choice, but different outcomes depending on how they use that power. With freedom, the door is open. Power, whether you walk through it and which direction you go, both matter. Freedom gives you possibilities, but power is what turns those possibilities into real outcomes. Power of choice, freedom of choice. Freedom, you choose from a number of alternatives, available options. Power is having authority over your options. Okay, and that will determine the control. Actually, power talks about control. Okay, so now let me just diverge and say that you have got the freedom of choice, but you are not free from the consequences of your decisions. Okay? You are not free from the consequences of your choices. You are not free from the consequences consequences of your choices. You are not free from the consequences of your. You are not free from the decisions. So, bro, see, you are free to choose what you want, but let's make sure that whatever we are choosing is something that is beneficial, something that is more upright. Let me get to work. I was just talking about power of choice and the freedom of choice. Just the difference, They sound similar. Power of choice, freedom of choice. I'm just talking about that. I'm not giving any advice. Just that difference. Maybe let me check on the differences. So I'm gonna diverge, right? Okay, let me try. Though I didn't want to. Though I didn't want to, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm going to explore the differences and the similarities. Okay, we're talking about the freedom of choice and the power of choice. These ones, they sound almost the same. Okay, but the power of choice and freedom of choice are closely related, but they're not exactly the same. Both ideas are about your ability to make a decision. They connect to independence. Oh my God. They connect to independency, responsibility, and control over your own life. In both cases, you're just reacting. You're actively choosing what to think, say, or do. Okay? These are the similarities between freedom of choice and power of choice. It's all on you. Okay, the ability to make decisions is on you. Okay, so the difference is freedom of choice means having options available without restrictions. You have the freedom, you have the liberty, you can choose what you want. It's more about the external environment. For example, living in a place where you're allowed to express your opinions or choose your career path. You choose your career path, that is the freedom of choice. Now, in terms of power of choice is more internal, freedom is more external. Power of choice is more internal. Okay. Like I said earlier, power of choice goes with it's more about control. Okay, what you do with the choices which you have, you need to put controls here and there. So power of choice is more internal. It's about your ability to decide, even in difficult situations. Sometimes you might not have full freedom, you might have limited options, but you still have the power to choose how to respond, what attitude to take, or what values to follow. So that's why I said with power of choice it's about control. So in simple terms, freedom of choice is about having options, while power of choice is using your ability to choose. A person can have freedom but not use it wisely, and someone else might have limited freedom but still make strong, meaningful choices. Okay? So the power of choice and freedom of choice are closely related, but they're not exactly the same. Freedom is where you have to choose from a number of alternatives. You have the liberty, you have the independence. Okay. Then the power is now what you have to do with the decisions, the option, what you have selected. Okay, having the power is where now you can control what to do with them. Okay, just for example, an external example, if you are in leadership, all powers are given to you. You can hire and fire, right? Yeah, you can decide, oh, let me give this person warning. So that is having the power of choice, what to do with the information that is at your disposal. I'm going to end this with the word disposal, information at your disposal. God bless you. Let me just continue, do something. Oh my God, oh my God.